because 3B missed out on class yesterday if you were in ski club. So it would not be fair for me to go ahead and determine who won the homework competition for this past week, because 3B needs to have that chance. What that also means is any homework that gets turned in today, I will count as being turned in on time. Since I have to give 3B that extension, might as well give you guys that extension also. So if you did not turn in your homework yesterday, turn it in today. I'm getting annoyed at people coming and asking me, what's due? Look at the homework board. It's always whatever was assigned on Wednesday and everything before that hasn't been collected. So if last week we collected up until 5.2.2, right, and you should have turned that in yesterday, this week is 5.2.3, 5.2.4, 5.2.5 getting collected. So tomorrow's homework will be the last one for this week getting collected this week, but that doesn't mean wait to do it. Right? Some of you guys are waiting until stuff shows up in math, and yeah. Let's go ahead and number our number lines with 1 through 12. So what game we're going to play, CPM calls 10 O's. I don't care if you actually make them O's. It will be easier to make them circles because then you can actually like check them off or cross them off. So I want you, above those numbers, to place 10 O's where you think the result of rolling 2 dice would get you. Now again, just to show you the example of like, wait, what do you mean? We're going to roll 2 dice. Easier to do it digitally. This roll doesn't count, so I'm going to click and roll them. What do you do when you're playing a game with 2 dice? Once you roll them, you add them. So what result would this be?
8.
This would be 8. So if you had an O over top 8, you can now cross it out, and that's a good thing. You want to get your 10 O's all crossed out. So right now, you decide where you want to place your 10 O's. Arfon, tell me where to place one up here. Because now I'm going to make a class board up here for you guys. Where do you want to put one?
We're trying to get rid of this.
You would like to cross them off.
Okay.
So you want to put your O's where you think results will happen. 10? So I'm going to give you guys, actually Arfon, do you want blue or green? Sure. I like green, so that's why I was just going to pick green. Carolina, tell me where to put one. 7. Sophia? I haven't seen her today. I don't know if she is here today. I don't think so. Eli, tell me where to put one. 8. Bethany? 6. You can put more than one on a number, by the way. Donna? 8. Thank you for breaking that, Donna, of like getting over the fact that we were just doing ones on each. I agree with you. It's probably a good play. Jane? 7. Raiden? 9. Devin? 3. Matt? And Sam? 3. All right, now I am going to go boom, boom. Whoa.
Easier, Mr. Hudson.
I just accidentally was highlighting a bunch at the same time. I'm going to do this. And as we get these results, since I can't actually write on this one and use the dice at the same time, I'll just move the dots back to our like little player spot. So turn to your neighbor and say something about what you see up here. Just talk for like 30 seconds. Like, what do you think is going to happen? What do you see? Hey Matt, he's tied up right now. I hope not literally like tied up. I mean he's texting, so I doubt he's literally tied up. But he said he's tied up right now. He'll catch up with you later. Sophie, what'd you guys say? There's no wrong answers here. What'd you guys say? Safe, what'd you guys say?
So we said ours, well, yours is more like on like the medians. You know what I'm talking about? Like the middle, basically.
Yeah.
It's like the probability of like 2, 3, and 4, and 1, or is lower than like the middle. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. Sure.
When I thought about it, I thought about like typically when you roll a dice and like for the like in a lot of games, like Monopoly for example, you get like got like snake eyes.
What are you doing? Does this have any purpose for our class right now? So what you're doing is making the childish choice to not think about what you're being asked to think about right now. Sorry, I got really distracted by off task.
It's just like a lot more rare to get like 12 because you have to be like perfect double 6 and like a 1 would be like snake eyes. Like,
Wait, what'd you just say?
snake eyes.
I agree with the 12, but then you said something about
Double 1 snake eyes.
if I got a 1 and a 1.
Wait, you can't even get a 1.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
Can't even get a 1. All right, let's try this. You guys could write down the results if you want to as we go. 5 and 6. What is that?
11.
11. Do either of us win on that one? Nope. 2 and 2.
Okay.
Either of us win on that one?
Bro,
Nope. 2 and 1.
3. We got
Ooh, you guys got me on that.
Yeah, but
3 and 1.
nobody gets
4. 5 and
6.
1. Ooh, so we both get to clear one off.
Let's go.
3 and 6.
9.
So we both get to clear one off, right?
What's he doing?
I don't know. I'm looking at cards. Don't need those. 1 and 1. So there's that. Now, all because it's rare, does that mean it'll never happen? No, like it's rare. No, like the chance of getting a 1 and a 1, guys. This is going to go on your graph paper. The chance of getting snake eyes, a 1 and a 1. If we want to actually talk about this, the probability of getting a 1 and a 1. What's your chance of getting that first 1? Just anybody. 1 out of 6. What's your chance of getting that second 1?
1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. But to talk about them together, getting this and then another thing, when we need 2 things to happen together, this is our compound probability. So what is actually the chance of getting the result of a 2, like a 1 and a 1? It's 1 out of, yeah, it's not 1 out of 12. Your chance of getting a 2 when you are rolling 2 dice is 1 out of 36. Raiden? Nope. You guys have 2 different ways to look at this stuff right now. Can I clear this? Do we have it written down if we want it? And if you're choosing not to, it feels like an interesting choice to me. In your math notes, right? Reminder that these exist. In your math notes, if you flip into them and you look for compound probability, compound means that we're doing 2 things at 2 or more. So like more than 1 thing at once. So, or actually gets to add because it makes it easier, because or doesn't care if you get a king or a queen, or adds because it actually makes your life easier. And makes it tougher because I need the 1 and then the 6, or the 1 and then the 1. So guys, your compound probability section in your math notes is pretty darn important. And it walks you through down here. This will make more sense the more you practice things. And then if you flip, there's also, hey look, probability tables, probability trees, all the stuff coming up on your homework is all right here for you. All right, so we had a 1 and a 1, and none of us won. Ha, ha. We had a 1 and a 1. All right, here we go. 2 and 4.
6.
Who wins?
You.
What?
You brought the 6. Stop breaking CPM, Mr. Hudson.
Come on, you love breaking CPM.
Okay, that's true.
3 and 6.
Nobody.
Nobody. 2 and 6.
Hey,
Ooh. 4 and 6. You guys took the lead back from me.
What'd you do, Mr. Hudson?
Trying to delete one of our
1 and 4.
Hi.
Oh.
we're still in the lead.
2 and 5.
7.
Yeah.
1 and 5.
6.
Uh-oh. 4 and 3.
7.
5 and 4.
9.
Neither of us. These are on 7, right? 6 and 2.
8.
Ooh, that's both of us.
We only need to get a result.
Stop hitting the number.
6 and 1.
7.
Okay.
3.
2 and 5.
7.
Mike,
Cheating.
Devin, it's your fault.
I win.
Devin, it's Sam.
10 of you told me. So go ahead and take a moment on that second one that you drew. If you're making your own, because then we're just going to play like I'm just going to have mine and you're going to have yours. You want to try to get all 10 of yours crossed out before me. I'll even wager a sucker. Now you guys are going to show me your dots, like that have been crossed out. You got to be able to show me your results. And we'll need someone to keep track of the results that we get. Ezekiel, do you have any interest in coming up here to scribe for us, like writing down our results as we go? We just need to write the numbers that we get, like the totals. If you don't want to, I'll call the next person. But you read. So grab whatever marker you want, and we're just going to start a list of numbers. You can either go sideways or down. Yeah, so like the 2 plus 5, you'd write down 7, right? All right, make sure you've got your 10 circles on your counter. What you're doing doesn't matter versus other people, but I think we already got told by Lane. Should I put any dots over my 1? No. No. Can you get 1 when you roll 2 dice? Now wait a minute. That doesn't make sense when I look at this game.
Who's that?
Anyone ever played this before? Space Base is one of our favorite games at our game club. It does have a 1 on the board. Because Space Base is real complicated. You can either take the dice together, or you can take the dice separately and split them. So if you had a 1 and a 1, you could actually get the 1 twice, or if you had a 1 and a 5, you could get 1 and 5. You don't have to add them. But our game that we're playing, we have to add the dice. By the way, before I get like too wrapped up in what I'm doing, reminder about homework help. This was from homework that was due yesterday, at least I think. No, this is due Friday. A reminder, like if you need help, because literally A gives you the answer. It literally gives you the answer you could write down on your paper. For 60 on tonight's homework, if you need help getting started, even though it's in your math notes of what a probability table should look like, if you need help getting started, you come. It literally has the answer. I didn't click it. Because, reminder, use homework help. Some of you aren't even putting in enough effort to just, like, get help. You're just sitting and doing nothing. And you're like, I suck. Woe is me. I don't know how to do this. Okay, that's fine. Do something about it. Use homework help. It's really, really, really useful, guys. All right, so I don't care where you put your dots. I'm going to try to win before you guys. Now, I'm actually going to not do the same thing I just did. What? I forgot to plug you in this morning.
Forgot to plug you in there, baby.
Now turn to your neighbor and see if you guys have similar layouts or if you're really different, and you can discuss who you think is better.
I think mine. I think I win. Let's go.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that.
Let's do that. Not here today. Emery, how many dots do you have on 2?
None.
Jack, how many dots do you have on 3? Lane, how many dots do you have on 4? Interesting. Now I kind of feel like I want to do something different just to be different than you guys. But alright, cross out your dots as you go. Make sure you've got 10. I'm going to drag mine away as I go. We are restarting right now. Ezekiel, you ready? Alright. Hey, so it's hard to see the smart board from over there. We need to all say the sum so Ezekiel knows what to write down, right? Because it's kind of hard to see from over there. 4 and 4?
8.
8. If you got an 8, cross it off. Only one of them, though, right? Only one of them. 1 and 2.
3.
And apparently, I think a lot of us avoided 3. All because it's rare doesn't mean it won't happen.
You avoided 3.
6 and 2. 6 and 2.
Oh my. Okay, so
6 and 1.
7.
Ooh, 7.
Oh.
6 and 5.
11.
Oh.
Did anyone put a dot on 11?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Some people were thinking, like, all right, it's rare, but it can still happen. All right, so Ezekiel, thank you very much. You're keeping up with us. Appreciate that. 4 and 5. 9. Anyone have 5 dots crossed out already?
No.
Ooh, Emery apparently has 5. Emery's beating me. I only have 4 dots. 4 and 3. Ooh, another 7.
I got 5.
6 and 5.
11.
4 and 3. Ooh, 7 again. Anyone have 6 dots crossed out? All right, you're tied with me if you got 6. If you got more than 6, you're winning. 6 and 2. I'm out of my dots on 8. 6 and 6.
Who got it? Who put one on
That's
12?
what- No, wait, guys. What's the chance of getting a 12? Like a 6 and a 6? Donna? The same thing as getting a 2. Careful, same thing as getting a 2 because of 1 and a 1. 6 and a 6, same probability as 1 and 1.
Because the reason I is like I kind of remember from this game I had it's like a boss or whatever. And
It's
like
literally right behind you. You could almost reach it. Somebody shut it, but yeah. I
Oh, I
have
love it. Shut it off.
you got like 12 little things, and didn't get 12. I think you get 2 or 2
tough.
Like it's very tough.
Yeah.
But like if you got like an 8, it could be like a 4 and a 2. It could be a 4 and
Ooh, I really wanted this to come out to be a 4 and a 2 since you said 4 and 2. All right, 2 and 5.
7.
7. Na, boo, stick your head.
1, 2,
What?
You guys have never heard that?
6.
3 and 3. Anyone have 8 of your dots crossed out? Do you have 9?
I don't know.
I got 7.
6.
All right, here we go. Let's keep going. 6 and 6.
Wow.
What the heck?
Red
1 and 4. Oh, anyone get all 10? 6 and 4.
10.
Yes!
Did you finish? Are you done? You got all 10?
Yeah.
Safe beat. Let me see if I can win on this next. Not win, but apparently Safe wins. Anyone else get all 10? So I'm gonna need to check your paper and make sure I can like see what's there. 6 and 5. I don't. Yeah, that doesn't help me. Ezekiel, go get a sucker for helping me out, please. And Safe, you legit won. Alright, so here's what Safe did. Guys, your coat's in the middle of the floor are really asking to get stepped on. Like, I really hope there's nothing important in that. Alright, here's what Safe did. Now, some of you, oh, thank you. Some of you might have thought about this while we were playing this. And some of you, like Lane, might have had experience with dice rolling in the past. Of when I try to play Shut the Box, it's really tough to get a 2. It's really tough to get a 6. So guys, this paper that I printed for you guys, and I specifically made it color, even though we only have so much color ink before, like we gotta replace it and spend more money. When you think about the 2 different dice, especially if you were to color code them in 2 different colors, say if you gotta come on up and get a piece of candy or whatever. I know I said a sucker, but there's some stuff in there. There is only one way to roll a 2. There's only one way to roll a 12. But how many ways are there to roll a 7? That's not a number. If I come over here to where it shows me the sum of the dice, the sum of... There are 6 different ways to roll a 7. Because 1 plus 6, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 4, 4 plus 3, 5 plus 2, 6 plus 1. So 7 is our most probable, but does that mean it's always going to come up a lot? No. Random stuff is random, right? Random stuff is random. Safe, very good work there. I like your gut saying, oh, I meant to hand this to you while you were up here. I like your gut saying put a bunch on 7, right? 7 is very likely.
Oh, no, I was like, I thought I was going to win. I thought Everton was going to win.
Yeah, I thought I was going to win too.
As soon as I heard none, I was like...
Oh, we were looking at the
It's
wrong...
okay, Safe. I'll get it next time.
Hopefully not.
That was very pessimistic of you guys. But none of you guys know. Probably not say.
All right. So Gerald, little nod to Hey Arnold, because Gerald was Hey Arnold's friend, but you guys probably don't even know what that show is.
What's a Hey Arnold?
Gerald's asked to make a table to show the results. So Gerald starts to do this. If cube 1 and cube 2 match, up until here, right? And then what's up with cube 1 versus cube 2? Then cube 2 is 1 more than up until here. Then cube 2. Now, luckily, a friend comes up and says, dude, stop. You're trying way too hard. When you are asked to make a table to talk about probability situations, it makes a whole lot more sense for us to structure our table. And you might want to write this down. In probability, when we talk about what's happening, we call these things events. Like Battleship, it makes way more sense for us to build a table that can be as wide as we have results for the first thing that happens, and as tall as we have results for the second thing that happens. Or you can flip these around of where is event 1 and where is event 2. But that's why I gave you that probability cheat sheet. I don't really know why I called it a cheat sheet. I was just used to that from my teachers. And that's why I made the dice green and red. So you can look at these as 2 different dice. Like when you play Monopoly. When you play like most board games with 2 dice. But the problem is when they're both white dice with black dots, it's easy to think about like, oh, well, a 4 and a 4 is the same as a 4. Like, not quite. Like, a 5 and a 2 is different than a 2 and a 5. And guys, this is one of the very few times I've ever argued with my father-in-law. So my wife's dad. In craps, a 7, like, makes the table crap out, which I don't really know all the rules for craps. And he was arguing there are 3 ways to make a 7. And I was like, my head essentially like, but what? Because he's really, really smart. He's a mechanic, works on diesel trucks, like has driven semi for a while. Super smart. I was like, Cliff, did you just say there are 3 ways to make a 7? And he said, yeah, 6 and 1, 5 and 2, 4 and 3. I said, yeah, dude, and 3 and 4, 2 and 5, 1 and 6. He goes, no, those are the same. I said, no, they're not. They are not the same. It is 2 different results, a 6 and a 1 versus a 1 and a 6. These are 2 different results. They might look the same on the table, but they are 2 different results. And that's also why there's only one way to make a 2, and there's only one way to make a 12. If you have lost this paper, you should probably get another copy from me at some point. But all right, so now we convinced Gerald to make his table like this, and you guys don't have to make a table like that since I gave you a table like that already made. You're welcome. But let's talk about ice cream.
I love ice cream.
Right? Same. My throat hurts and I wish I could eat some ice cream. Do you guys remember our rock, paper, scissors table from last week? We were in Miss Howard's room.
Yeah.
Of like my throw was on top or your throw. Like we had 2 different, and like if we match, it's a tie. So let's, I think this has the ice cream. Ooh. So let's think about this. And sorry I made white background, but it's way easier when we're talking colors. And if you want to color code this, you are welcome to color code this. We have a bag with 1 red block, 1 yellow block, 1 green block, 1 blue block. So we want to set up a table with event 1, could be red or yellow or green or blue, and then you put the block back in and you draw again. We're going to put the block in, like back in, so we still on the second draw will have red or yellow or green or blue. So there's my bag, red, yellow, green, blue. We want to practice making this table. So across the top, red, yellow, green, blue. Down the side, red, yellow, green, blue. What is the chance? I don't really care what the questions they're asking, but yeah, let's do this one first, just because it's fun. Once you get your table built, based on what the table shows you, what is your chance of getting a red-blue combo? Doesn't matter if red was first or blue was first. We just want, bless you, we just want red-blue combo. We're going to draw a block, put it back, draw another block, and we want red-blue combo. Take a moment, get this table made.
Does it have to be red first and then blue, or can it be like blue then red?
I mean, I went in like the Roy G. Biv order of the rainbow, right? Because normally it's like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. So I just went Roy G. Biv order. So does it matter? Not really, as long as you still build it correctly. I like at least having the top go in the same order as this side, like assuming they are the same thing. Because then like this top left box on our table, what event, what result, oh, we made it all the way around the deck. Arfon, this top left corner, on my table at least, what is this? Yeah, that's like red, red. Right, so if you're wanting to fill in your table, that'd be red, red, so that does not satisfy our red-blue combo. Green. Red, yellow, green, blue, right? I shuffled so we're not just in the same order since we made it back all the way through the deck. Matt, have you figured out how many ways there are to get a red-blue combo up here? So where on my table should I put that? Where would it be? Top right. So right here, we would have had, if I call the top the first thing, I would have gotten blue, and then I would have gotten red. Jack, is that the only blue-red combo on our table? Where's the other one?
How would you say that though? Bottom
Thought what?
bottom.
Yeah, this would have been red, then blue. So this would be good. This would be good. How many ways are there to get a red-blue combo?
2.
2 out of what?
16.
16. I don't even have to fill in all of the events to say, oh, well, there's 4 and 4, so it's 2 out of 16. Questions on working this table? How many ways are there to match? Red, red, blue, blue, green, green, yellow, yellow. Lane, what are you thinking? How many ways are there to match?
All of them?
Like the whole table is that they match?
Wait, what?
We want the results to match. So that red, red, that would be good. Now we're asking a different question. Right? We're talking about a different question.
Yeah.
What's the probability event 1 and event 2 match? Is it just that red, red?
No.
Where else would they match?
Bottom.
What's the bottom?
Blue, blue.
Blue, blue.
Green, green.
Okay, we also would have had that green, green.
Yellow, yellow.
And we also would have had that yellow, yellow. How many ways are there to match?
4.
Yeah. This is why when there are 2 events, we often set up a table. Now tomorrow what we're going to discuss is when there are more than 2 events, how do we deal with that? But reminder about your homework, when there are only 2 events, like at the ice cream shop, and if I go to use my homework help, oh hey look, I have to pick my flavor of ice cream, I have to pick my topping. 2 events. This is how you're going to start the first problem on your homework. Alright, have a great day guys.
You too.
Thank you.